Hi, I'm Christina with Little Sprouts Learning. I've had a home daycare for 30 years, and I want to talk today about contracts and policies in home daycare. And so, a contract is a really important thing to have for your home daycare. Policies are important too, but your contract should be as short as possible, and it should have your most important rules in it and your deal breakers. And contracts are about time and money, and then everything else goes in the policies. So on the blog we have a contract template and ideas for policies and contracts, so you can go over there if you want to print something out that you can use as a template. So what is in my contract is that I take 11 paid holidays off. I charge for my spaces and not attendance because I need to have a consistent budget to run the business. I charge the parents by their pay period. Like if they want to choose to pay every Friday, they can choose every other Friday, or they can choose once a month. They have to choose the day of the month they want to pay, and they have to stick to it. And they have to, if they do weekly or bi-weekly, they have to stick to it. That's the contract that they signed. They may not, like we can change the contract and sign a new one when we both agree, but they can't just say, well, I didn't get paid, blah, 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 so I need to do this, and that kind of thing. So for time, I work 7:30 through 4:30, Monday through Friday, and I do not want to have drop-offs after 8:30 because I don't want to look out the window for 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 hours waiting for you. I want to play with the kids and engage with them. So if you can't drop off by 8:30, you don't come that day. I do not do nap time pickups between 12:30 and 3. If you have an appointment, you need to pick up before 12:30 so that you're not waking up 7 toddlers to go to your swimming lessons and you're only taking one of them and the other 6 are here cranky and mad. So I made that policy, and that has really revolutionized my life, and it's in the contract because it has to do with time and money. The days off that I take, I give them a calendar in January for the year, and I take a lot, like 25 paid days off. Every day is paid, and I changed that just a few years ago. Instead of doing a rate increase, because we use Brightwheel, and I put the billing invoices in there, and I'd have to go in there every time I had a day off and change it to give them a refund of that day or whatever, and it was just a lot easier than raising my rates to make that change, so I did that. It says in there that I'll raise my rates every September 1st. Some years I do and some I don't, but instead of me having to worry about, oh, they're going to be mad because there's a rate increase, they get to be happy because there's not one on the years that I don't. And that works for me. I'd rather surprise people and make them happy than have them be upset. I have the holidays. I have what the parents are responsible for and what I'm responsible for. So they need to bring diapers, wipes, and a change of clothes to leave here. I don't like bags going back and forth. It's not a hard and fast rule if they need a bag for some reason. But DHS discourages bags anyway, so it's better if they don't. A few people do bring them occasionally for different reasons why they might need to. But I ask for a big case of diapers and a thing of wipes, and I'll let you know when I need more. And then everybody leaves a change of clothes here in case they have an accident of some sort and need to change their clothes changed. And that works great for us. And then I provide everything else. They don't need a cup, they don't need a mat, they don't need a blanket. All that stuff is there. I have in there, I'm very allergic to perfumes and cinnamon, and so I have in there not to bring scented items, no scented wipes, no perfume on the kids. Don't bring in cinnamon food because I can't breathe when I'm around it, and if I can't breathe, I can't work. So that's in there because it's a deal breaker for care for the day. And then I have that the children may be exposed to animals because sometimes we have pets. We don't have any right now, but we usually have cats. And that this is a Christian environment because some people are not into that. And so if they know ahead of time that we pray, that we talk about God. I don't teach like a curriculum, like, teaching the kids lessons on things, but it is interwoven in everything I do because it's the most important thing in my life. So I warn people about that, and it's always worked out when someone was not Christian that they were able to work around it. So that's worked really well for me, just having it out in the open. And that's what's in my contract, and then everything else goes in the policies, so that the contract is as short as possible. People know what matters to me and they abide by it. And then the policies are lengthy, and I can point them out when need be, but it's not like the top thing on everybody's mind because it's not necessary. So having a contract can save you in a lot of different ways. If you have somebody leave without notice and your contract says they owe a 2 weeks notice, which mine does, you can take them to small claims court and use your contract because it's a legal document when you both sign it. And, it just covers you in a lot of different ways. It also helps with communication. And the more you communicate with your parents, the better. Don't just give them the contract. Go over the steps of it with them and make them understand the different things that are on there. And if it's short enough, that won't take too long. But they need to know what you're about, because if they don't know you're allergic to cinnamon and they bring it in, they couldn't have known that because other people aren't. So just remember that you have to be a good communicator, and that's easy to do. So make sure you get a good contract, and if you got any good ideas to update the one you have, use them. If you don't have a contract at all, I really recommend that you get one done right away. I'm so glad that you do the most important job in the world. It can also be the hardest, but communication goes a long way in making your days go more smoothly and your interaction with your parents be a lot more pleasant for you and for them. Everybody knows what to expect from each other, and I'm just rooting for you in your home daycare because I'm so proud of what you do.